Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, and I hope you're well wherever you are in the world. Today is a very special day as it sees the release of the Fujifilm X100VI, or 6 as some people may refer to it as. I can't recall a camera as hotly anticipated as this in the Fujifilm ecosystem for a very long time. Now, I was due to be in Tokyo at the Fujifilm X Summit today. However, due to personal circumstances, I had to postpone my trip at the last moment, which is a shame, but sometimes life throws you lemons, as they say. However, I have had a prototype of the X100VI for a short time, and today I will give you my thoughts and feelings on this camera. Now let's rewind a little bit before we explore the new addition to the Fujifilm lineup. It all started in 2011 when Fujifilm introduced the world to the Fujifilm X100, a camera that wasn't just a tool but a statement. This little marvel combined retro charm with cutting-edge technology, sparking a revolution in photography, I feel. I still remember the first time I held the X100. Its classic design and intuitive controls reminded me of the golden age of film photography, which I was never involved with. Over the years, I've closely followed the evolution of the X100 series, and I'm proud to say I've been involved in a small way in some of the design decisions along the way. Each iteration brought something new to the table, enhancing image quality, speed, and usability, all while preserving that signature Fujifilm feel. Now we've arrived at the X100VI. It's not just another update, it's a leap forward with a new 40 megapixel sensor, new processor, AF system, 6-stop IBIS, a new 4:3 and 5:4 aspect ratio, 6K video capability, fresh film simulations. I think it's a great update. But as much as I admire Fujifilm's innovations, I wish they could have included a couple of things, and we'll talk about those towards the end of the film. Now, I've edited all of the images in this film, with the exception of when I talk about the film simulations, with my new advanced Lightroom profiles and presets, Film Edition 3. I've spent 6 months building this system, which includes authentic film-like profiles, presets, and a suite of AI utilities. You can get 20% discount with the code YT20. Links below. Let's talk about something that's been consistent in the X100 series, its design. The Fujifilm X100 range, in my opinion, is a testament to Fujifilm's commitment to a design philosophy that blends classic aesthetics with modern functionality. This camera isn't just a tool, it really is a statement piece. The X100VI retains pretty much all the same aesthetics as the X100V. Its retro design with tactile dials and a timeless viewfinder hark back to the days of film cameras. Only last week, and this is true, I was approached in the street. "It's nice to see young people using old cameras," he said. Young, me. That made me laugh. Very happy though. But the X100VI is actually packed with the power of the digital age. This blend of old and new has remained a hallmark of the X100 series, from the original Fujifilm X100 to the latest X100VI. But of course, nobody should buy a camera just for its looks. A camera is a tool, it's not jewelry. The fixed 23mm lens on the X100VI is a story in itself, and the decision by Fujifilm to stick with this lens across all of the X100 models is bold and unconventional. It challenges photographers to engage with their surroundings differently. With a fixed focal length, you move more, you explore more, you interact more with your environment. It's a lens that captures not just photos, but experiences too, I feel. This is why I think the X100VI, like its siblings, will be adored by street and travel photographers all over the world. It's unobtrusive, it's fast, and delivers exceptional image quality, making it an ideal companion for capturing the candid, the spontaneous, and the unrepeatable. Professional working photographers will also appreciate its reliability and unique character, often using it as a trusty sidekick to their larger rigs. In essence, I feel like the X100VI is more than just a camera. Like all the X100s before it, it's a bridge between the past and the present, a tool that demands creativity and engagement, and a beloved companion for photographers who value every step of the photographic journey. The X100VI is so similar in ergonomics and looks to the X100V that it's hard to notice the difference between them. I can't be scientific, but I'd say the weight and size of the two of them are basically the same, perhaps a tiny bit heavier, maybe 1 or 2 millimeters bigger, not much at all. And considering they have fitted IBIS into the system, that's quite a feat of engineering. There is no D-pad for those hopeful of its return. The D-pad, or round pad actually, was last seen in the X100F, and the joystick remains the main controller on the rear of the camera. If you consider the original FinePix X100 all the way through the ST, FV, and now the VI, the design philosophy has remained the same, and Fujifilm really should be applauded for this. I still to this day think it's brave of them, and something they have been rightly rewarded with by sales. Before I talk about the big new additions, I want to quickly talk about the new film simulations in the X100VI. There are 3 new film simulations compared to the X100V. That is the Reala Ace, Nostalgic Neg, and Eterna Beach Bypass. Bleach Bypass even. The Nostalgic Negative, available on a range of cameras, including the GFX 100S, 50S, XH2, X-T5, all of that, is Fujifilm's homage to the golden era of film photography. It delicately combines soft shadows and tonalities reminiscent of Eterna simulation with warmth and contrast akin to classic chrome, I guess. Eterna Bleach Bypass, featured in cameras like the X-T4, 5, GFX 100, offers a starkly different aesthetic. Inspired by a unique film processing technique, this simulation delivers high contrast and low saturation images, creating a gritty, dramatic look. It's particularly well suited for capturing mood and intensity with its deep shadows and muted colours, offering a dramatic and moody quality. And then Reala Ace, only previously available in the GFX 102, is a nod to the classic Fujicolor Reala film. This simulation brings to life a realistic colour rendition, balancing a less saturated palette with natural, lifelike quality. I absolutely love creating my own recipes with Fujifilm simulations, and I've got a whole section on my website dedicated to some of my favourite simulations. I'll link to that below also. They said it couldn't be done, but the X100VI does have in-body image stabilisation. Having IBIS in this camera is a game changer for quite a few reasons. First off, think about those times you're shooting in low light. The X100VI with IBIS lets you use a lower shutter, mitigating the worry of that annoying blur from handshake. This is super handy for me because, let's face it, I'm not getting younger anymore. But more importantly, the camera becomes even more useful in places like dark churches or oak-panelled rooms when I'm shooting weddings, or at home in our 300-year-old cottage where we have minimal daylight opportunities. Then there's the overall sharpness of your photos. Those tiny, almost imperceptible shakes of your hand, IBIS can help you get crisper images, which is fantastic because the X100VI's fixed lens is already quite versatile for different photography styles, as I've already mentioned. And speaking of versatility, the IBIS in the X100VI really frees you up, I think. Imagine taking longish exposures of a cityscape at dusk, all handheld, without that dreaded camera shake. It's all about capturing the moment without being bogged down by extra gear, I guess. All of the X100 cameras have had a built-in ND filter, so I have found coupling that with IBIS means I can get some shots without the need of a tripod. For video, it's a similar story. The X100VI turns into this smooth operator for video, reducing the shakiness, especially when you're on the move. It's pretty neat for a camera that's already compact and convenient for everyday use. So yeah, the IBIS feature in the Fujifilm X100VI, it's a big deal. I can tell you that now. It basically bumps up the camera's game, making it more adaptable, more user-friendly, and a heck of a lot more fun to shoot with, especially when you're out and about. Oh, by the way, I'm often asked how I film the videos of me shooting, and the answer is this wonderful little thing called the Osbot Tail Air. It's brilliant. A lot of people use it as a webcam, but I really like taking it out with me when I'm out creating films, so I can record the footage to an SD card. And it simply follows me around, a bit like having your friend with you filming with another camera. This isn't an affiliate thing. I got my Osbot Tail Air a while back, and I'll link to the official Osbot site below, of course. Check it out if you so wish. The X100VI marks a significant upgrade in terms of sensor technology. Moving from the 26 megapixel sensor in the X100V to a 40 megapixel sensor in the VI, we gain a massive increase in resolution. This leap means more detailed images, which is especially beneficial for large prints where clarity is crucial. The higher resolution also offers greater flexibility in post-processing, allowing for extensive cropping without significant loss of detail. The X100VI has the new X-Trans 5 40 megapixel sensor and the X-Processor 5 system. The X-Processor 5 brings a suite of advancements. AI-driven autofocus and enhanced subject detection. This processor enables more intelligent focusing capabilities. It can track various subjects, including animals and moving vehicles, making the X100VI highly versatile for various photography genres. Whilst I don't expect any serious wildlife photographers to be using the X100VI, this feature does seem to work reasonably well. I tried it on my sedentary whippet and some angry herring gulls off the coast of Herne Bay. Remember though that whilst the X100VI has the same technology as, say, the X-T5, it will be throttled by the fixed lens. Don't expect the AF tracking to be on a par with an X-T5 and a linear motor prime lens, but do expect it to be pretty close, and certainly I expect it to be a lot faster than the X100V. The X-Processor 5 is also a step up when it comes to processing speed. Everything feels quicker and more responsive, from shooting and buffering to navigating through the camera's menus. This increase in speed makes the X100VI more efficient in handling high-resolution 40 megapixel images, ensuring that the camera operates smoothly even under demanding conditions. More megapixels sometimes means smaller pixels, but with the advanced sensor technology, the X100VI seems to handle low-light situations very well, balancing noise and detail effectively, and the X100VI should manage noise more effectively than the X100V, especially at higher ISO. Additionally, Fujifilm has included the HEIF file format, which supports higher bit depth and better compression efficiency compared to JPEGs, and new ratios such as 4:3 and 5:4. The processor's efficiency and power extend to video too, offering improved capabilities. This means better quality footage, higher resolution options, and more detailed color grading possibilities for those who love to create videos. More on that in a little while. If someone were to ask me about the X100VI and its Processor 5 sensor, I'd say it's like having a highly intelligent assistant built into your camera. It significantly enhances the user experience, making the camera smarter, faster, and more capable in various photographic situations. The jump from the V's X-Processor 4 to the VI's X-Processor 5 isn't just an incremental upgrade, it's a major leap forward in camera technology, equipping photographers with a tool that's not only powerful, but also intuitive and responsive to their creative needs. It's essentially an X-T5 in a little box. When it comes to making films, I don't suppose the X100 series is the first camera that comes to many people's mind. I mean, I expect there have been millions of clips taken on them. I have millions of clips taken on them. But the serious stuff belongs to the XH2 and the X-T5, I suppose. I don't expect that to change given the fixed lens in the X100VI. However, the filming capabilities, thanks to the new sensor, are quite an upgrade. And I think more and more people will be creating more and more clips with the X100VI. When they see what they can do, especially as using those lovely film simulations makes it so easy to make a graded film straight in the camera. The X100VI now has 6.2K 30p recording. This is a significant leap from the 4K 30p of the X100V. The higher resolution allows for more detail and clarity, making it suitable, I think, for professional grade productions. You can shoot this at up to 200 megabits per second also. 4K footage has also been updated to include 60p, which is particularly exciting for those interested in creating smooth, slow motion footage. Shooting at 60 frames per second in 4K means filmmakers can capture high resolution video with the flexibility of slowing down the footage in post-production without losing quality. Now, when I first received the prototype of the X100VI, I have to say I was a little surprised to see that it uses the same battery as the X100V. I was expecting the new battery we see in the X-T5, XH2, etc. Now, I get it. It's entirely about size. I mean, they probably had a choice of changing the battery chamber and not including IBIS. But they made the right decision here, I think, especially if you're somebody who's going to have an X100V and an X100VI. I think it would have been lovely from the perspective of somebody like me who has multiple Fujifilm cameras to be able to consolidate batteries when I'm out shooting. But I'll live with it. It's no real drama. I have the charging cables and the batteries for all of the cameras. We do still need to buy the weather-resistant kit to make the X100VI truly weather-resistant. Again, I'm sure there are reasons for this, but it would have been nice perhaps if the weather-resistant ring were in the box. I understand why the ring is needed, as the lens is the weak spot for the weather issues. But there you go. Incidentally, I once dropped my X100S into a swimming pool and it still works fine now. A little bit rusty, but still works. So it's not a big issue for me. I've never really used weather resistance kit on any variants of the X100. And I've used the cameras in heavy rain, in deserts, all over the place, no issues. Some people were expecting dual card slots though. I certainly wasn't. I know the complications and size implications of this. So quite rightly, in my mind, the X100VI retains a single card slot. However, I was slightly surprised to find that the card slot wasn't upgraded to UHS 2 capabilities, but I guess that was all down to the battery decision too and power consumption. So in summary, unless you've been living with your head under a rock, I don't expect anything we've talked about here to be a surprise, perhaps except for IBIS. Now, I believe the supply issues that plagued the X100V over the last year are resolved, and the X100VI or VI will be hitting the stores very soon. If you love your compact cameras, there is no way you can be anything other than impressed with how Fujifilm has squeezed so much technology into this little charm of a camera. It's faster, more powerful, and has better autofocus, more film simulations, and a better movie recording camera. It still looks pretty much as it did 11 or 12 years ago, which is amazing. I absolutely love that. Thank you for watching, and I hope you found the video useful. Please feel free to share, like, and subscribe. It really does help me. Until next time, goodbye.